I haven't played Space Engineer Survival in quite a while, so let's start a new game. I have some basic quality of life mods here. We'll probably link some in the description. The settings are just designed to torture me. Everything is like slowest, realistic, lowest density of asteroids. I didn't set them to none, just lowest density. So there's still an option. It's meteors, a lot of encounters. You eat food really fast. Basically, I did what seemed like the most annoying way to play. We'll see about the half realistic welding and grinding speed, if that will be too slow. Well, if something is too slow, you can always go around it by simply building more welders and grinders. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I forgot to disable jetpack and third-person camera. I need to go and do that. Because it gets a lot more fun once you can't fly around and can't see what's happening. Alright, we'll be spawning on a Pertum drop pod because it's one of the most difficult planets, I think. Each planet has their stuff, but Pertum has very few resources and high gravity. So it's... Alright, let's see what's around us. We are not dropping in a very flat landscape. Alright, let's go and disable jetpack and third-person camera. Alright, for some additional torture, we'll also disable auto-healing. That will be funny, I think. Anyway, here we are. We have started this multiple times before, and one time even with no jetpack. Pretty much similar settings as the exposure. We are immediately getting radiation. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, this is going to be a lot more interesting. We have to hide from the sun even on the planet's surface. Nice. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to harvest a lot of resources. Now, one way to do it is first we jetpack around and find basic deposits. Real stuff, but, well, we don't have a jetpack, so we would need to make staircases to go to the deposits. Or we could make a static base with a drill, just digging some rocks with some refineries connected to it, and we'll have practically infinite basic resources, like iron, nickel, silicon, gravel, and then we'll only have to mine for more complex stuff. So we'll try to do that. Now we could do something like a self-extending drill. It's pretty easy to set up with some timer blocks. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll do it. Probably do it because it's very good content. But I also want to make some actual just machines for that and mine manually. But let's stop talking and start doing stuff. Let's see. What do we need? How does this new respawn pods look, by the way? Pretty nice, pretty nice. We have survival kit. Is there any storage on them? No, it's just all the basic stuff. Okay. Cockpit, I guess, counts as storage. Alright, I forgot that I have progression enabled. Do we have any drills in here? Where are they? We need to make a basic refinery first. Oh wow. That requires a lot of materials. I guess we'll start working on that by... Let's see, this thing... Yeah... Oh, it even has some stuff in it. Not that it will help us that much with how expensive everything is right now. We could... Let's see, basic refinery. Steel plates, motors, components... We could start ripping parts off here, but it's going to only end up in like few steel plates, so... We'll keep this respawn pod for now. I still play, it's 21 iron ingots for one of them with these settings. Right, I guess let's... basic refinery. How do we... There, components added to build planner. And can we click in here? Shift, middle mouse button. There we go. Alright, we need 2000 iron ingots, but we have enough nickel and silicon, so that's nice. Let's see. Ingots, Control Shift, click, like 1000 of them. And now we get to dig stone manually. Yay! And we'll have to dig a lot. Actually, let's go find a side of the mountain, because it's going to have higher amount of stone per volume mined, from my experience. If you're digging sand, it's going to be really slow, so we want to get somewhere close to a mountain. We wouldn't be able to smelt ingots from ores, even if we wanted to right now. It's all just rocks in the survival kit. And with our tiny inventory, we can only carry around 800 stone. Oh. But this mountainside mining fills up our inventory real quick. Get some really dense chunks of stone. And by the way, what's going to be the goal for this survival series is, I think I will just want to do as much stuff as possible, basically. Just the biggest mining platforms, the biggest storage. So I will just keep going bigger and bigger and bigger before the game lags out or I get bored. Hopefully this time it's the game that's going to lag out and not me getting bored, like all the previous times. But we'll probably not be focusing that much on just decorating and shells. It's just going to be massive amalgamations of functional blocks with a cockpit block slapped on top of them. Though with all this radiation exposure and stuff, we might need to build some roofs or go underground, whatever. By the way, it's not going to be any better at night. First of all, I set the daytime cycle to be 24 hours. And then at night, I have Space Just Trial mod installed, where at night it's just pitch black. So we'll have to have some spotlights just all over our base to see anything at all. How are we doing? Oh boy. It's so... In terms of ingots, you get 100 stone and... How much stuff do you produce from one of them? Was it 3 iron? Wait, what? Just how long is this going to take? We might honestly need to go and just rip up some parts from those unknown signals at this point. See, how much iron do I get? 3. From 100 stone I get 3 iron pieces. Great. Okay, we'll be here for a while. Let's go look at the unknown signal after all. Meteor storm inbound. Yay! Oh, actually, don't meteors leave a small trace of ores behind them? So it's a way we could get to some rare materials. The only materials that's limited to asteroids is uranium, but I wonder if meteors drop some uranium, because that way we can just disable asteroids totally. So I wonder if we could do it in an existing world. Right, let's see, no signal. Alright, here we are. Oh, it's fancy. It has some sparks on it. Right. We gamble. Rainbow boots. Yay. Oh, there we go. Look at that. 60 construction components. That's pretty big chunk of stuff for us. And then we... Oh my god. Let's see. Look at how slow we grind stuff. I mean, it's not incredibly slow. I mean, it is incredibly slow. It's not impossibly slow. It's just incredibly slow. We can grind stuff, but it really motivates you to get a ship instead of doing it with a suit. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Two components couldn't be deposited. Item is too large for small conveyors. There we go. We'll just slop the stuff. Slap the stuff down. Not slop. Directly into the cockpit. Let's see. And for the refinery, we'll need a way to power it as well, so it's like... With that, we will need a wind turbine, which is... entirely different set of components as well. Yeah. Oh, well, at least we found some... What is it? Grass. And under grass, there is ice. By the way, is our detector maxed out here? Yes. Yep, ice. That's nice. Probably would be a good idea to set up nearby it. Because we'll need a bit of it later on. I am getting hungry. Is there any food in here? Oh, there is some. Kelp. Cool. Right, well, let's get back to digging rocks. This how slow the stone mining is. I guess we'll rip some parts off the respawn rover that are not needed. Just a little bit of the top. This ladder on the top seems like a very good option. Get off. Get rid of. Let's see, is there anything else? We could, I think, remove some steel plates from some blocks that don't make them functional. But add armor, because... Yeah, like, look, there's 20 steel plates of armor on the battery. And we can totally rip some of them off. And by some I mean all of them. There we go. There's another unknown signal. Let's go get that one. It's honestly going to be faster than mining right now. Meanwhile, we'll also look for a spot to start building. Something that's flat and open. Where did the signal go? Did it despawn because I went too far away? Or what? I guess it's not there anymore. Well, I think if we go outside this crater, there will be a nice area. I don't know, this rocky terrain just seems to go on and on, so we'll stay with our first option and just set up nearby that green grass thingy. And I think we'll want to start building underground, so that meteor showers and other stuff doesn't attack us that much. We'll still need to have wind turbines outside. But until we get turrets and decoys and stuff, protect against meteors and lightning, we'll stay underground. Plus, there's a lot of rocks underground. And we do need rocks. Actually, it's kinda useful that we are in the middle of the crater, because we can just drill into the side of the mountain. So we are going to do just that. Right click, make a big hole, and put our stuff in there. Well, I hope this spare wheel is not a structural component. It probably will be fine if you remove it. Probably. Let's see. We won't really have a way to power up the refinery, so we'll mostly even just probably want to build it for the research. And then scrap it and build a drill attached to our rover. That would be a better option, I think. Oh, damn it, I accidentally ground down the wheel suspension, but I cannot build it now, because I haven't researched the technology. So, I hope this wheel still will be able to rotate. At least. Because we have power in all the other wheels anyway. Oh, a null signal. We have a meteor shower. It's not landing on us, so it's fine. Not our problem. We only need to build a basic landing gear for this technology. So let's see. The cheapest thingy from it is, I think, magnetic plate, right? Where is it? Yeah, look at this. Very cheap. Steel plates and the motor. And there we go. And we grind it down immediately. Have to be careful not to damage the survival kit. Now we can fix this. Perfect. Well, we have enough components. Well, this refinery. It will take another half a minute looking at the info display. And then we'll have to grind it down. And attach a drill to our rover instead. I think. Probably. Actually, how much will it cost for a drill? We don't have it unlocked right now, so the cost doesn't show. I wonder, does the cost show in the progression tree? Yes, it does. Okay. Drill, drill. Yeah, we have enough components for it. Meteor storm inbound. Okay, we'll have to check if it's nearby us or not. Because I don't want to get the rover flattened by a rock from the sky. No, it's falling in that direction. Not falling directly on us, but... I don't know, man. Some of the stuff looks a bit close for comfort. Yeah. It's probably fine. The odds of something falling directly on the rover are very low. Is there another one just going to happen right now? Why did the message get displayed again? Okay, we don't have a way to power this up right now. Or do we? It's just some interior plates. We have a lot of construction components. But then we'll have to transfer ingots to the respawn pod. Yeah, I think it's better if you just attach a drill to the rover for now. And we'll expand the rover with some more storage. Because if you want to get serious with this, we'll need a wind turbine array, an assembler, a container. We don't have enough materials to move all of our production. A large grid right now, sadly. We could use a normal drill or a DLC drill. What are we going to do? Flex on people or just use normal stuff? We'll just use basic retro stuff. Let's try doing this without DLCs. Much easier to do it if we limit ourselves. Plus then the blueprints will be available to more people. There we go, all components successfully withdrawn. We need to repaint our pot. This yellow. The best color. Oh, the components that were withdrawn are for the refinery. Okay. What was the drill? Oh yeah, same story. Yeah, this will take a while. Wow, truly beautiful. I mean, it doesn't look that bad actually. It looks pretty good, I think. And now we drill. I need to eat one of the kelp crisps that I was provided. In the seat, I have 7 more. And now we just drill the mountainside. Actually, there is a gyroscope in this thing, right? Gyroscope, yes. Okay. No. We can kind of control where we are pointing with it. That way. Yup. It's quite strong, actually. You can really target the rock of the mountainside. Okay, you can see how fast our weight increases. This is much faster than doing it by hand. Already a massive technological leap. Now we just have to pilot our SND correctly so we don't get a massive technological fall down the mountainside, flipping upside down multiple times. Look at this. It would have taken us 100 trips. Wait, no. 10 trips to get this much stuff. And we got it in like a few seconds. I mean, not exactly a few seconds, more like half a minute, but whatever. Okay, I might be stuck. Get unstuck. Wait. I really don't see what's going on here. Let's see. We might need to set more power to the wheels, because I think they are not at their full power right now. Oh yeah, maximum power. Speed limit. Let's see, yeah, we'll keep it low by default. Yep, and now we can move out of the hole easily. Oop. Oh, I think I just had parking engaged, and that's why I couldn't move. Okay, that explains it. Well, we'll just have to keep doing this until we get enough materials refined for a simple base setup. Okay, I have decided to do something else. We are going to attach the refinery directly onto this thing. Let's see, it's 330 kilowatts this requires. How much do we have in our battery? 1 megawatt. Okay, we would be able to run this refinery for 3 hours non-stop with one single battery, but we can then attach more batteries if we need to, so we don't need wind turbines. We just need to get an adapter for it to attach it somehow. Let's see. Is there any adapters that were added, maybe? between large and small grid. There's connectors. I know that we can do it with like a hinge and stuff. Let's see, for that we would need to build a power source of some sort. Let's build a solar panel for research. And then maybe we can attach the refinery through like hinge or a rotor. It seems like a best option. And then we can start growing from there, like add an assembler to the refinery, add some bigger wheels to that portion, and eventually we will be able to scrap this tiny rover. Oh, we got a buff. Nice. Because we have survived for an hour, I think. Maybe less than that. I'm not sure if it's been an hour. No, it could be an hour. Who knows? Alright, let's see. Hinge, rotor. We need to have... It needs to be an advanced rotor or hinge. Let's see. Hinge 3x3. Can we add a large grid hinge to the 3x3 hinge part? I could test it in creative, but I don't want to. See, we would attach this like this, and then we'll have the hinge be there. I don't think we can do it another way. Maybe with a rotor. Okay, honestly, I think I will go into creative and test this out. Okay, I tested it, and you can't add a large, you can't spawn a large head from a small rotor or hinge, but you can spawn a small head from a big one. So you could attach them to each other. I do wonder if you can attach an unpowered. Let's see, hinge part 3x3. And then we get an unpowered big hinge. Right? Let's see. Come on. Bam, bam. Will we be able to attach it? I need to move it in first. Okay, that's annoying. It doesn't have a terminal as well on it. Neither does the rotor. Okay, this would be a more complicated... This would be a more complicated maneuver than I thought. I mean, you can still add stuff. Yeah, so I guess you would be able to do that. We just need to make a terminal and a large hinge. Separate link on the ground, and then we will be able to do it. Right? Let's proceed. Oh. What? Building fire, whatever. We have a problem. We need large steel tubes to build that, so... And we can't make them in the survival kit. And for the rotors... And rotor, yeah, we also need large steel tubes. Okay. So we are kinda just locked into setting up a small... separate outpost, I guess, for now. Because I don't see a way we can connect large grid to small grid here. What about the connectors? Do you also need Connector, connector, connector. Large connector. Oh. Ow, 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 radiation. Okay, the connectors don't require that, but they require some more materials, so... Let's see. How much is it to build a battery? We can't even make any battery cells in here. Oh, wow. Okay. And to build the connector, we need... build some of the... Oh my... I'm getting radiated like crazy. Yeah, let's just stay in here for now and drill a bit. Oh, I'm getting attacked by a spider. Can we drill it? I know I have a... Oh, it hit underground. Okay. Well, yes, we can just move away from it for now. I do have a gun, but I don't have a way to produce ammo just yet. Now there you are. Okay, can I drill you? Where are you at? It goes underground when I get into my grid. Wow, that's annoying. I am getting pretty hungry, so... You know, it might actually work out for me. Let's see. There it is. Is it going to hide again? It hit again. If I get into my grid, it hides itself. There you are. Why did I reload? Oh, I just wasted the magazines there. There we go. And we got meat. Okay, we are not eating that. We need a food processor. Yeah, the survival kit, no basic food processing commander. Meal pack from algae. Okay, no. I can craft some flare gun stuff. Okay. Yes, we do have some basic weapons. Oh wait, it can craft ammo from just nickels. Okay. And iron. We don't need magnesium for that. Let's see. Algae farm. We can even make small ones. Yeah, well, I don't really... Can we make small ones? No, it's not available. Okay. Never mind then. Okay, with one more reason why we need to set up a base. As soon as possible. We'll just plop down a static base. We'll raise it above the ground a little bit with some blocks. So we can maybe later detach it. But for now, that will do. We'll make it mobile later. And we'll put it outside for now, because it's going to be simpler that way. It's not very likely that it gets hit by something and then damaged. And even if it does, it's probably going to be fine. Probably. How much does an algae farm cost? Bulletproof glass. Oh, that's stuff we can produce right now. Honestly, I might die from hunger. If probably. Unless I really rush some stuff. Because we need an assembler to make those components. A wind turbine, assembler, refinery. Need to build all of that. Then algae farm. Okay, things are not looking good. We are running out of food. So we might honestly just die this time. But I did get the assembler built. I don't need the refinery right now. We can use the survival kit as a refinery for now, especially since we have the drill attached to it. Like, even if we had the refinery here, we wouldn't really be able to do much with it. Now we just need to get a wind turbine. And then we can get an algae farm as well on there. Well, it's still lit up outside. We'll probably want to get mobile as quickly as possible and move to the place where there's some sunlight, because working in the dark is not going to be very easy. Plus we need light for the algae to grow. Need to get a decent tower going for the wind turbine, so it gets proper power output. Oop. Little bit difficult to place blocks under yourself. It's the build info, please help me. Let's see. Terrain clearance. You know, it's really hard to see stuff without... What says? 6 to 20 meters. Okay, so the one block is 2.5 meters. We'll just go 10 blocks up. That should be fine. Civil already went... How many blocks up? 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay. There's 3 more, and we'll be there. Of course, we're getting radiated. We need to go down. It's not looking very good for us.